Welcome to Ichie's Clan. Please make yourselves comfortable.
Good morning, Adani.
Good morning.
You're welcome to diary session for today.
Thank you.
How exactly are you feeling since you woke up? Tell me about it.
Been fine, though I'm tense, but I've been feeling good, yeah.
You want to tell me why you're tense?
The day goes by, there are more evictions and people you bonded with are leaving the house one after the other. So, you actually don't know who is next. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm tense.
Talking about evictions, Adani, how exactly did you feel about last week's eviction?
I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. I actually thought I was going to leave, but it's all good.
4 housemates were evicted last week, right?
Yes.
Which of these housemates evictions struck you the most?
Last week eviction, I was sad, but I won't say it's the eviction, like any of them was the eviction that struck me the most. I think it was the first eviction that actually struck me the most. But I think I didn't see Aki's eviction coming through. Yeah, I didn't see Aki's own coming through.
Before getting into the house, you seem to be a very popular person on a social space. Am I correct?
Affirmative.
Do you think they had a role to play into keeping you into the house up until this very moment?
Yeah, I think it's a 50-50 stuff. Yeah, it's the social stuff actually plays a huge part because of the vote. Yes, of course it plays a very huge part of it.
Adani,
Yes.
let's talk about relationships in the house. What has your relationship been generally with the other housemates?
I've been myself. Like, I stay in when I need to stay in and I stay out when I need to stay out. So that's the kind of person I am. I go all out and I go all in. So it's been just mutual. I give back the same energy you give me.
Last week, in one of your conversations with the housemates, you had a conversation or an argument per se with Tega and Faithfulness. I want to know, Adani, how exactly will you describe your relationship with Faithfulness?
Okay. I actually see, first of all, I think my relationship with people comes first as a person. Before any gender, I see you as a person first. So my relationship with Faithfulness comes first as a person. I see him as a person, despite him identifying as a lady. And I don't have a problem with it. He wants to be a lady, good and fine. That's his problem. I'm okay with it. I'm all out for it. So I like his energy. I like his vibes. I like the way he talks. So yes, I'm cool with Faithfulness.
Adani, is there any housemate that you feel attracted to beyond the friendship lens?
Okay. Yes.
All right.
I actually bonded with someone, Danielle. We were very close. I think our friendship started the day we came into the Chase clan. And from there, he was the only male housemate I really bonded with. Yes. Danielle.
Danielle has been evicted from the house, right?
Yeah.
So, is there a possibility of taking it further beyond the house when you leave?
I can't be so certain, so I won't give an outright yes. So I'll just wait till I'm outside and then to see how it goes.
Talking about last Saturday's party, how exactly would you describe your experience?
The party was fun. Like I said, I think the parties are where I actually kind of like I like faithfulness energy. Like he has the energy for 20 housemates. He goes all out. So the party was fun. The DJ, everything, the drinks, everything was just on point. Yes, I had fun the last Saturday party.
Was there any special highlights for you?
The special highlight was when some housemates got drunk. Yes, that was for me.
You participated in two separate tasks last week, right?
Yes, I did.
Which of these two tasks did you find the most challenging?
Well, I think it was a spelling bee. Spelling bee because you think you know some spellings and then you come out and you're misspelling them. Yes, it was very, 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 very challenging. The spelling bee was the perfect for me.
And how exactly did you feel that some persons had to be evicted because of their poor performance in these tasks? What does that tell you about the task personally?
Just like the host told us, we just have to go out for our tasks. I think it's kind of an eye-opener for all housemates, me inclusive, about putting all and giving all out 100% to our tasks. So yes, it's an eye-opener and we just need to put in 100%.
Let's go back to talking about relationships in the house at that name. I'm very sure you've noticed one or two relationships, situationships, love triangles, whatever the case may be. Adani, I want you to tell me, what exactly do you think of these relationships? Which one has caught your fancy the most?
J and Miss G.
All right, can you tell me about them?
Well, they kind of inseparable. Like they always stay together, and it's actually fun to watch. It's beautiful to watch, and I like the way Jay goes out for Messi. I love it. Yes, that's all I can say. I just love the way they go out for each other.
Do you think their relationship is one for the future? I mean, beyond Ichie's clan, or just?
I think we can't be so sure. Life is all about possibilities. There are things you will be so certain about, and then the next minute is all out. So I think there's a possibility it's going to go beyond the Chase clan. And there's also possibility that it's going to end right after the door. So I can't be so sure.
All right.
But I'm rooting for them.
Adani,
Yes, Jay.
do you think there is any housemate or housemates, whatever the case may be, who give you bad energy, bad vibes since you came into the house?
Okay, about bad vibes, I don't think anybody actually goes around with the bad vibes. I think everybody have their bad sides and their good sides. And with the kind of person I am, I think I call out characters that's not good to, like the bad moods and bad vibes. I just spell it out. And when I spell it out, I'm good. When I tell you this, you did, I don't like it. I think I'm good there. I think Cindy must have given out some little vibe, but I actually told her, hey, I don't like this. This you're doing isn't right. So I think when I'm done spelling it out, I drop it down there. So I'm that kind of person. So no, nobody's giving me any bad advice.
If you were given the power to evict two housemates, I want to be very sincere with this question. Who and who would you evict?
Okay, I'm going to be sincere. And being sincere is nothing personal. It's not, how will I say it? It's not a personal stuff. It's just the game.
All right.
I'm just trying to I've stayed in the house. I've actually pictured one or two threats. It's a competition. So if I have the power for an eviction, of course I will be evicting those I see as a threat. And it's going to be Cindy and Jay. I said that earlier. I'm going to repeat it. Cindy and Jay are the two threats I'm seeing in the house. So yes, I'm going to evict them too.
Adani,
Yes,
is there any other thing you want to tell me, probably personally from you, or that you've noticed amongst the housemates?
Everybody is here to play a game, so whatever an housemate does, I think I kind of like see reasons with them why they're doing that. Those who want to use your weakness against you, those who want to get you to talk about your secret and then they use it on you. I think they're all games. People playing mind games, people trying to emotionally blackmail you. I still see it as a game. At the end of the day, we just have one winner. So I think I'm okay since none has gotten into physical abuse or an assault. I think I'm okay with everybody playing their own game. Yeah.
It was beautiful having this session with you.
Thank you very much.
Your diary session has now come to an end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Nathaniel.
Good afternoon, boss.
You're welcome to diary session for today.
Thank you so much.
Nathaniel, how exactly are you feeling since you woke up? How exactly are you feeling since you woke up today?
Well, I'm feeling very, very okay, like refreshed and good.
Nathaniel,
Yes.
I want you to tell me, how exactly has the journey been so far getting into HOUSEMATES class?
The journey so far has been a tough one, very adventurous. In as much as it has been tough, it's also very, very fun. And so far, being someone who dares life in so many ways, being someone who is a risk taker, I love the journey. It's kind of letting me have more experience about life. It has been a good one, and honestly, I love it.
Was there any challenge whatsoever, or what challenges did you face before getting into the house?
I faced so many challenges, so many, because you know now, it's part of human life. It's something we cannot avoid, be it whatever. The challenges I faced, as we all know, the issue of finances, it was really, really, really very hard. At some point, I cried, but looking back now, I just smile because no matter what it is, everything has its own time, and everything happens according to how God plans to be. And so many others that I cannot even mention.
Nathaniel,
Yes.
has these challenges affected the way you interact or connect with other housemates in the house? How have your relationships been with them since you got into the house?
It hasn't affected the way I relate to people. Why? Because I don't, do I say, transfer emotions. I wouldn't say aggression here because I wasn't provoked. Because anything that happened, I take it as a normal thing, and it is the way you react to things that matters. So it hasn't really affected the way I rapport with the housemates, because I am someone who is very, very open to positivity. You don't know who is who, and my interaction, anyhow you see me interact, whatever you see me do is my personal life. So I don't think it has affected me in any way. And my interactions with them so far has been a good one, honestly.
Is there any housemate that you got attracted to beyond the lines of friendship?
So far, I would say none.
But has there been any housemate where you spent most of your time with since you got into the house?
None. I most time enjoy self-company. Not like, so many people think people who enjoy self-company are sadists, or they just read so many meanings into it. But the truth of the matter is, you talk when it's necessary. Don't just talk because you want to talk. Doesn't make sense to me. But what I say now, so many people may still find different meanings into it. But there's no one I have giving most of my time, just my bed, my thoughts, plans about the future.
Talking about Saturday's party, you seem to be one of the highlights of the party. I want you to tell me, Nathaniel, what your experience was like for the party.
Well, to some extent, I think I was absent-minded. All I could remember was that my hands were just pressing things that were very soft. Honestly, I didn't really know what happened afterwards. But it was funny though, funny experience.
Do you want to have such experience again?
I would want to have such experience again, but this time not absent-minded, honestly.
What did you think caused the absent-mindedness, Nathaniel?
To some extent, I'll blame myself. I took excess alcohol. So I wouldn't blame alcohol, I wouldn't blame the party, I wouldn't blame anybody else. I blame myself for taking excess and probably eating after taking much alcohol.
What can you say has been your most exciting moment you got into the house?
This may sound very, very unreasonable to some people, but my exciting moment is that moment when I'm scratching pot, honestly. My exciting moment during the workout, getting to meet new faces. Every moment is exciting, honestly. Even the diary section is exciting because it gets to make people know the real you.
Nathaniel,
Yes.
do you think there is any housemate who is giving you bad vibes or bad energy? And how have you been able to control that?
Honestly, I don't know if I will be permitted to go off track a little. This is why, because na person wey wan get bad vibes, they get bad vibes. I really know how to. There's this thing called emotional immunity, a system of emotional immunity. I really try as much as possible to detect bad vibes and get away from it so that it wouldn't affect it wouldn't cloud my sense of judgment and reasoning. So you are responsible for your happiness. So anyone who wants to give me bad vibes, I avoid. And so far, I haven't given into it. Believe me or not.
You are responsible for your happiness. That's a very good point, Nathaniel.
Thank you, boss.
Nathaniel,
Yes, boss.
if you were given the power, and I want you to be very sincere with me now, to evict 2 housemates from the house, who and who would you evict?
My answer is no one. And why? Because people are different. Why did I say this? I am all out for myself. And as long as I'm still in the house, I care about no one, nothing else, other than my success. I don't know if you understand me.
I understand you, Nathaniel. It is nice having this session with you, honestly.
I'm really very grateful.
Is there any other thing you want to tell me, especially concerning the housemates that you've noticed?
So far, all I can say is keep the dreams alive. You're doing very well.
Nathaniel,
Yes, boss.
your diary session has now come to an end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Marie Noel.
Good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome to your diary session for today.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me, Marie Noel, how exactly have you been feeling since you woke up?
Since I woke up,
Yes.
it's been a lovely day. It's a Monday morning, and I think it's the second day of the week. And I'm feeling good,
Marie Noel,
sir.
I want you to tell me about your relationship with the housemates in the house. How has it been like so far?
It's been a wonderful experience so far. I've get to meet people, I've get to learn from them, I've get to unlearn some things. It's been wonderful.
Which housemates have you connected with the most?
Have I connected with the most? Wow. Okay. I wouldn't say connected with the most, but I would say we are actually close. Okay, is Cindy Ume.
Marie Noel.
Sir.
I want you to tell me what exactly is the relationship between you and Cindy?
We're just close, we're just vibing, we're just getting along.
Talking about the housemates still, do you think, Marie Noel, that there is any housemate or housemates, whatever the case may be, who give you bad energy or bad vibes in the house?
No, I don't think so. Because I'm actually coming from the streets, and I believe each and every one of us has our way of doing things depending on where you're coming from or where you grew up. So because I know your environment has a lot to say in the way you behave. And coming from the street, I've come across so many kinds of persons, and I don't think there is any one of the housemates I cannot cope with.
Let's talk about the eviction last week.
Okay.
How exactly did it feel to be safe from eviction?
Wow, I was tense, I was shocked, and I was surprised at the same time.
What exactly were the surprises? Would you like to tell me?
Okay, the fourth person they evicted, his number of votes was the same thing with mine. So I was trying to put myself in his shoes, how I would feel if I was the person that was evicted. And like I said earlier, his votes were actually the same number of votes with mine, but what actually gave me a little bit credit was because of the tax. So I was trying to put myself in his shoes, and I'm like, if not that my tax gave me this score or this point, who knows what would have happened. And I was actually trying to put myself in his shoes and to know what the expression is going to look like.
So what does that tell you about subsequent tasks in the house, Marie Noel?
Actually tells me whatever tax that is being passed out to the housemates shouldn't take it for granted. You should put in the best you can.
Talking about tasks, you had 2 tasks last week, am I correct?
Yes,
Which of these 2 tasks did you find the most challenging?
the most challenging. Talking about the spelling bee and the blindfolding tax.
Exactly.
I wouldn't think I found any of them challenging. It's actually a game. Okay. Now, giving up on the spelling bee, I actually have my personal reasons of giving up on the spelling bee. Even before the tax started, I asked a question if anybody can quit if you don't want to involve. And the reply I got was, is a compulsory tax that everybody must participate. That's my personal reasons for giving out or working out on the tax. But the second one is actually interesting, and aside from it being a tax, I think after the end of the tax, I was telling a fellow roommate that the blind people, they try a lot to, honestly, because being blindfolded and you're asked to pick up something from the floor is a kind of interesting and difficult at the same time.
All right. This is your 14th day in the house, Marie Noel.
Yeah.
What exactly has been the most exciting moment for you since you came into the house?
Wow, it's a big one. No, I didn't see that coming. I wouldn't say for sure because I don't actually think I have a most exciting moment per se. I would say every moment here I find it interesting, and I make sure I try as much as possible to play along with it. So I try as much as possible because I wouldn't know how long I would stay here. So I try as much as possible to enjoy every single minute I spend in here.
Married and well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Saturday night party.
Okay.
Tell me about your experience. How did it feel?
It was a wonderful party, and though I would say I was not really myself because I was actually, it was a wonderful party anyway, but I was actually wishing that the whole housemates were here, like the first party we had. It was crowded and it was much interesting, but this one is nice anyway, but we were fewer.
Do you think there's any strategy that you intend putting in place that would take you up onto the finals?
I don't actually think of any for now, but I'm just hoping I would get to the finals.
I want to ask you a question, and I want you to be very sincere with me, Marinel.
Okay?
If you were given the power to evict 2 housemates from the house, who and who would you evict?
If I'm given the power to evict. Personally, I don't think I would do that because, like I said earlier, I can actually or have been able to associate with everybody in my own little way, even if it's a kind of difficult anyway, because personnel differs. So I don't even think I would evict anybody because personally I don't think anybody has actually wronged me.
Is there any other thing you would like to tell me, probably about yourself, or that you've noticed amongst the housemates?
I don't think there's anything about myself I would want to tell you because I'm not hiding anything.
Married and well. It was nice having this session with you, honestly.
Thank you very much.
Your diary session has now come to an end. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, King Farah.
Good morning.
You're welcome to diary session for today.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
All right. I want you to tell me, King Farah, what has your relationship with the other housemates been so far since you came into the house?
Now it depends on the person. I've been close to Cassie right from time. I've been close to Cindy Ume. That's kind of, I was not expecting that kind of relationship from Cindy. I've been close to Matthew Peter recently, sir. But most of the housemates have had bond with us left, so I'm okay. And yes, Zubi.
King Farah,
Sir?
talking about Matthew Peter, tell me about Matthew Peter.
Matthew Peter he's just like me. People feel we are quiet, but when you come close to us, you see the craziness.
King Farah,
Yes?
at the party, the Saturday night party, it was gathered that you were quite very close to Matthew Peter. Is there any feeling of attraction, or is there something you want to tell me about that?
No, there's no feeling. Nothing.
Just friendship?
Yeah, we are just cool.
Still talking about the housemates in the house. What relationships have you noticed? What love triangles? Do you want to tell me about any of them?
I've only noticed Faith and Joel.
Okay,
And
tell me
also,
about Faith and Joel.
I don't know. I'm not close to them, so I don't know. All
But-
I know is that they are together.
But do you think that it's a very serious relationship, or
Well, I don't think that's any of my business.
think fair?
Yes?
Last week was the eviction week, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
I want you to tell me, how exactly did you feel You were immune to eviction, right?
Yes, I was.
Good. How exactly did you feel having those 4 evicted housemates?
I felt pretty bad because the people I actually liked left. That should be Dr. Aki and Tega.
Why exactly Dr. Ake?
We are friends, close friends.
Talking about your immunity, Kimpera,
Yes.
I want you to describe to me how it feels like to be immune from eviction.
Oh God, it feels like heaven. So nice.
Kimpera,
Yes.
so far so good. This is your 14th day in a chase class. Am I correct?
Yes.
I want you to tell me, what have you found the most interesting since you came into the house?
I and Cassie's friendship.
Okay, you want to elaborate more on that?
Okay. It was easy for me to bond with Cassie because she reminds me so much of my immediate elder sister. They have the same personality, they have the same character, the same attitude and all that. So it's like I found my sister in another person.
Alright, pick up. Action.
Kimpera,
Yes?
is there any other thing you want to tell me about, probably about the housemates that you've noticed or yourself personally?
No? Nothing?
Kimpera,
Yes?
finally I want you to tell me, what exactly do you think is your strategy going forward in the house?
At this point, I'm confused
Okay, why is that so?
because I thought, how would I say this? What I met in the house was not what I expected. I was actually prepared, but when I came in, like, I don't know if it's anxiety or something, I don't know, but I don't know what to do at this point, actually, than to just pray to God and be myself.
Kimpera,
Yes?
do you think there is any housemate whose energy you do not like?
No? Well, Nathaniel thinks.
Okay, a little explanation on that?
I really don't actually like those kind of people, so it's normal.
Is there any special thing about him that you do not like?
He does too much. I've
Okay.
been saying it, he does too much, it's too extra. You should calm down.
Kimpera,
Yes?
it was nice having this diary session with you. And the diary session has now come to an end.
Thank you.
Got a lot of things I wanna say. I got some plum on the way.